French companies are significantly increasing their investments in South Africa, according to French ambassador to South Africa, David Martinon. He spoke to SABC international news editor Sophie Mokoena on the sidelines of the French Business Forum in Johannesburg, where French companies engaged with South African businesses. He's highlighted the South Africa's financial regulatory framework, rule of law and political stability have positioned the country as a prime destination for international investors.
My mission to advocate to a French company to make sure that they are aware of all the opportunities of investment that they can make in South Africa. And so this time, the great thing is that we have something like 200 French companies who made their way to Johannesburg today and tomorrow to make sure that they can, get a better impression of what is the economic and political landscape, so that they can evaluate, assess the opportunities that they may find here. And the great thing, by the way, is that we don't have only the French South African Chamber of Commerce, but we also have the French Madagascar Chamber of Commerce. We have the Mauritius Chamber of Commerce. We have the Réunion Island Chamber of Commerce, and we even have the Chamber of Commerce from Mayotte, which is fantastic because it shows that the whole Indian Ocean is here today to make sure that they get a better insight of the market and the opportunities in South Africa.
Indian Ocean, why specifically Indian Ocean?
Because, the island of La Réunion is a fantastic land of opportunities with great French companies. Same for Mayotte. And, Mauritius is also a very interesting place because a lot of French companies have their headquarters in Mauritius because of the stability of the legal system and the financial system, and because yes, French companies, French entrepreneurs do speak French, as they do in Mauritius.
Now, looking at investment in the southern region, as you pointed out, those other countries, when we look at Mozambique, there were problems, and you had a French company, Total. What's the interest in terms of investing in the southern African region, not necessarily South Africa? I'm sure you interact with your colleagues from other countries in the SADC region.
Absolutely. By the way, we have today the French ambassador to Zimbabwe, we have the French ambassador to Namibia, and we will have tomorrow the French ambassador to Botswana. And myself, I am also the ambassador to Lesotho and Malawi. But the thing is, obviously Total Energy is trying to continue its investment in Mozambique in a difficult environment, but they are working. And obviously, among Southern Africa, South Africa represents 60% of the GDP. So obviously, what I say to potential French investors is that if they want to be in Africa, if they want to be in Southern Africa, the best idea is probably to start with South Africa. Again, because of structural reasons like the financial robustness, the robustness of the financial sector, of the insurance sector, the rule of law, the solidity of the rule of law, the infrastructures, the market, the human resources. For all those reasons, obviously, South Africa is the beacon of Africa, but Southern Africa mostly, most particularly. So that's what we tell them. If they want to reach out to other markets in Southern Africa, this is the hub.
In terms of returns, do you see South Africa offering those returns?
So, French companies have been investing in South Africa for years and years and years. Koeberg, which is still the only nuclear plant on the continent, has been opened in 1983 already. Sanofi is working with BioVac, which is the only vaccine
manufacturer.
Absolutely. Only African vaccine manufacturer since 40 years. So, it's a long history already. What we want to make sure is that new companies come, and companies which are already established in the country do continue their investments. And so among the great news, the great investments that are rolling, we have Stellantis, which is planning to open a factory in Port Elizabeth probably before the end of the year. We have Canal+, who is in the process of merging with MultiChoice to create a Pan-African giant when it comes to pay TV and content producing. We have Club Med, which is an iconic brand, French brand when it comes to tourism. Is planning to open a resort in less than 2 years in KwaZulu-Natal, which will be the second biggest investment in tourism in South Africa since years, actually. So all those are great news, and we're trying to make sure that other French investors do come to South Africa.